Hello students, so today we are going to start part 2 of chapter number 6, and in this video you are going to learn the font formatting, background colors and borders, changing the alignment and orientation of data, and finally the naming a sheet tab. So let us begin. So you all know how to open Microsoft Excel. So click on Start button. From the start of menu, click on Microsoft Office Excel 2007, 2010, 2013, whichever versions of Office you are using. Just click it. So this is the Excel worksheet, and you can start inserting the data. Suppose say roll number. So let me write down roll number, and suppose say name. So now let me increase the size 1 2 3, and let me write some of the names. Suppose say Aman Manik. Now you can see here that I have used two data type. One is the number and another is the text, that is text data type and number data type. So in the last class I have already said you that by default the number will be aligned towards the right and the text will align towards the left. Now I have created one worksheet for you, so let us start in that worksheet. So here is the worksheet that I have prepared, that is the worksheet as a report card, and I have mentioned the roll number, name, and the four terms, that is pre-midterm, midterm, post-midterm, final term, and finally I have inserted the total marks. So as I have already said before, the numbers are aligned towards the right hand side and the text are aligned towards the left side. Now let us start with the formatting. We all know that the presentation of data and its appearance on a printed page is called formatting. Means if you want to make your worksheet special, if you want to make a or give a beautification to your worksheet, then we use different formatting options. Now first let us start with font formatting. Now in font formatting I am going to change the font size and font color of the text as well as the number. So the font is a set of letter of a alphabet and numbers written in a particular style. So if you want to use the font options, you need to click on the home tab, and we call this as a font group. So under the font group you will see different types of font formatting option. So if you want to make your text or number bold, you can click on B, I for italic, U for underline. If you want to change your font, what we call as a handwriting style, then you can click on the drop down arrow next to font option, and you can choose the different fonts that are available from the drop down list. Suppose if you want to increase the size of the text or a number, just click on the drop down arrow next to font size. We call this as a font size option. Just click it and you can use any of the number. If you want to change the color, we call this as a font color option. So just click on the drop down arrow of the font color option, so you will see lots of colors that you can apply. So remember that before applying the font you need to select that particular text, that is you need to highlight the particular text or number that you want to apply the font. So let us start with different font option. Now see, I want to apply a different font color, font style and font size to my header row. So you just click here, this is called the header row number 2. Just click, the whole row will get selected, or what you can simply do is just click on the first cell, press the mouse button and simply drag the total cells where you want to use the font option. Now after selecting it, just go to the font for changing the handwriting style. So from here you can change the different handwriting styles you want. So you can see the changes that are appearing, changes that are taking place on the background. So whichever font you want to use, you can simply click on that particular font and you can use it. Now if you want to increase the size of the text, click on the drop down arrow next to font size and you can increase the size of the font as you want. Now next, go to the font color, click on the drop down arrow and use the font color that you want to apply. Suppose say if you want to apply a different font color for different headings, just simply click on that particular cells, go to the font color and you can apply different font. Now next, I want to apply a same font size, same color and same style to the remaining sheets. So for that I will select the whole sheet in this way, or if you want to apply different font for different row, then you can select the row in a different way in this way. So I just want to apply a same font for all the remaining range. So I'll just click on the first cell, press the mouse button and drag till the last cell. Now go to the font option. You can use the different options you want to apply. You can increase or decrease the handwriting style, the font size, and you can change the font color in this way. So we call this as a font formatting, where we can change the color of the text or number, we can increase or decrease the size of the text or number, and we can change the handwriting style. Now suppose if you want to make a particular text bold, so you can click on the bold option. If you want to make it italic, click on italic, it will be in the slanted position. And if you want to underline it, click on this button, underline button. So you can see that your header row get filled or applied with bold, italic and underline as well. Now let's go to the background color. So if you can also give the background color to your worksheet. So simply select the rows or column that you want to give the different background. You can see this one, we call this as a fill color button. So click on the drop down arrow. You can select the fill options that you want to use. Similarly, if you want to apply the background color column wise, then you need to select it column wise. Go to the fill color option. If you want more colors, you can click on more colors. You will get different colors here, so you can use these colors as well. So in this way you can use different color options. Suppose say this way, let me select this one, just click here and you can use the different colors options. Whichever color you want to use, you can simply click here. So in this way we can fill the background of the worksheets with using a fill color option. Now next, let us go to the alignment and orientation section. Now alignment refers to the position where the data is placed within the boundary of the cell. Suppose say, as I have already said, that the numbers, by default the numbers are aligned towards the right and the text are aligned towards the left. Now according to your need, you can change the position of the text as well as the number. So for that you need to go to the alignment section. So we call this as a alignment group. So in the alignment group, basically for the alignment part you will get 6 buttons. So we call this as a top align, middle and bottom align, and here we call this as a left text align, center align and right align. Suppose say I want to bring this particular numbers towards the center. So you can just simply click on the cell and click on the center button. The number will appear at the center. Suppose say if you want to put this roll number to the left, simply click on the left align, so it will appear at the left, and this is already aligned right. So now similarly you can also use the top align, so that the text will go at the top, this one is for the center and this one is for the bottom. Suppose say let me click here, so I want to place this at a center, so click on the center, so it appears in the center. Now if you want to put it at the top, so click on this top align, so it will move at the top. If you want to put it at the center, click on the middle align, and if you want to put it at the bottom, click on the bottom align. So in this way you can utilize the different options, or what we call the align options, that are available in the align group. So let me put all the numbers at the center. So just select and drag the mouse, click on the center alignment button and click on this middle align, so the text will appear at the center and middle. So if you want to put the whole numbers towards the center, then you can simply click and drag the required range that you want to put it at the center. After selecting, click on the center option, so it will come in the center, or maybe on the left, or maybe on the right. So accordingly you can place the number as well as text in the different position within the boundary of the cell. So these are some of the options that you get under the alignment group. Now let us go to the orientation feature. Now orientation feature refers to the relative physical position or direction of the text. Means you can change the position or direction of the text that has been used in the worksheet. First let me select this row header and let me put it in the center and at the middle. Now if you want to change the orientation of the text, then you have to click on the home tab. You need to go to the alignment group. Here you will see AB, what we call this as a orientation button. So you need to click on the orientation button here. So click on the drop down arrow. From here, suppose say let me select this text, say name. So let me go to the orientation button here. So if you want to put it in the angle clockwise, so it will come in this particular position. So from here you can use it as a angle counterclockwise vertical text. Suppose say let me increase the size of the row. So click here, you can rotate it text up down in different position. You can put it according to your need. Now if you want to go for the more features of the orientation, then you have to go to the format cell alignment option here. So click on the format cell alignment option here. From here you can see horizontal position, you can see the vertical position. Now let me say you one thing. By default you can see the text as in a horizontal position, so we call this as a horizontal position. Now let me place it back to its original position. Suppose say, so click on this drop down arrow, go to the format cell option. So from here also you can rotate the position of text in different position. Suppose say let me click here and let me change the direction of the text. Now when I change the direction of the text, you can see here we call this as a degree. At what degree the particular, or at what angle the particular text has been positioned. So in this way, as I move here, you can see the position of the text, that is the number get changed. So you just place it according to your position and click on OK button. So in this way the name will get placed. Suppose say pre-midterm, go to the drop down arrow of orientation button, go to the format cell. So suppose say I want to place it in this position, so just click the mouse button and drag it and simply click on OK button. Now you can see the position of pre-midterm has changed in that particular direction. So we call this as a orientation of text. Now finally I just want to show you how to change the sheet tab. So here by default when you open the Excel sheet, you will see three sheet tabs: sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. So if you want to change the name of this particular sheet, so just click on the sheet, right click the mouse button. From the context menu you just click on the rename option, click on the rename option, then you can change the name of the sheet. Suppose say progress report, type it and just click on the enter button. Now you can see that the sheet 1 has been changed into progress report. Suppose say if you don't need that sheet, any of this sheet, what you have to do is simply right click on the mouse button and click on delete. Now you can see that particular sheet has been deleted. So in this way you can rename or you can delete the sheet tab. So I hope you have understood it. So only this much for today's session. Thank you children, and do practice it at home.